Hello, everybody. I get this t-shirt from my daughter. It says, "My dad is..." And my question to all of you is, what is your awesome superpower? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some examples of some of the people who have been through this iCanDOur 8-step complete add to sale process before.
4 million views. 4 million views.
Yes, 4 million views indeed. And you see there, the way that we work here is very simple. What we do is we start out by using the second largest search engine and the second largest social media platform, which, if you think about it properly, the largest search engine is obviously Google, but the second largest search engine on the interweb today is YouTube. And the second largest social media platform is, if you take Facebook and Instagram together as one, because they all belong to Mr. Zuckerberg, they're the second largest social media platform is YouTube. So by craftily, cunningly leveraging your content, your video content on YouTube, what you can do is you can make a huge difference. And remember, then you can share your videos with all of those other social media platforms, with Facebook, with Instagram, with WhatsApp, with Facebook Messenger, with TikTok, with Pinterest, with Quora, with Facebook paid ads, with Google Business Profile, with their LinkedIn, with Twitter, with whatever social media platform or platforms that you are active on. And you see, what will happen is that you're, unlike your other social media posts, which the lifetime of which is about 3-4 hours. It was about 6 hours before the pandemic, and now it's about 3, perhaps even less than 3, perhaps even 2. And what you're trying to do now is you're trying to boost this engagement. And with YouTube, your views will always go exponentially. They will start off slow at first, but once you get the ability to go viral, then you quickly ramp up to 4 million views. Okay, 4 million views. And what we're going to do then is we're going to show you how to segment them, how to put them through funnels, so that what you end up with is a much, much smaller, but a much more concentrated list there that is going to be responsive and hyper engaged. Okay. So what we've got on offer is an unbelievably insane bonus. What we're going to be offering you for free there as a way for signing up to this challenge is up to 134 quality scored leads for all of those coaches who sign up and who enroll today while this offer is still there. Okay, so what we're trying to do, you see, is we're trying to help coaches to scale their business. Now, I'm a sales and marketing funnel builder, and what I love doing is I love building funnels for people. I love building funnels specifically for coaches. Now, the components of a funnel, of a marketing funnel, the building blocks, in other words, look something like this. There you've got an opt-in page. Probably you've seen these things before, where you fill in your first name, your email address, your cell phone number, your mobile phone number. And then from that opt-in form, you go to a landing page. So usually the opt-in form is encapsulated. It's contained within the landing page. And then what happens is, after you fill in your details to get this free gift, you will get something in return for this. So you will get a lead magnet. You will get like a free book, a free guide, a quick sheet, a cheat sheet. There are some helpful hints, tips, and tricks. And then perhaps this might be a video. Perhaps this might be a PDF guide. It doesn't really matter. It's a lead magnet. And its purpose is to generate traffic so that you can nurture them. In other words, you can give them valuable-based content, value-driven content through the format of emails, through the format of marketing emails. And each little video will be contained within one of these emails. So you see, it's a way of growing your audience step by step by step by step, nurturing, 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 nurturing. Okay. And then what you're going to do is whenever these people are ready, then because you're coaches, what will happen is the same process as if you're a marketing person like myself. You will bring them back to you by organizing a 30, a 45, a 60, a 90, 120. I've seen some of them discovery calls. So in other words, a one-on-one COD, coach on deck call with yourself and with Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. prospect. Okay. And what you're trying to do then is you're trying to bring them to your course page, your sales page, your program page. So your offer, your highly compelling offer. And these are the components of a funnel. You start off with a lot of people at the top, and you end up with a smaller, much more concentrated. So if you imagine that the funnel is going like this, so by the time it comes down here, you've got only a small percentage of those leads that are turning into customers, high-paying customers there that will pay whatever you tell them to, provided that you're proving to them that you can solve their problems, their challenges, their pain points, their blind spots. Okay, this is what's so important. And you see, this is what I do. My team and I do all day, every day. We help coaches to promote their message about the blind spots that they solve for their coaching clients. The right time, the right place, with the right message to the right medium. So the right time to the right medium with the right message. So once we've got that triangle working in perfect harmony, you can imagine that the people will look at this like a complete no-brainer. In other words, they would be stupid, or let's say foolish, not to sign up, not to give you their email address, and not to give you their name, their email address, and their cell phone number, so that you can market to them. Okay, just like what I do there with all of you. I provide all of you with valuable hints, tips, tricks there through this newsletter. Okay, these video newsletters. I do this by strategically arranging 8, now count this, 8 systemized processes. In other words, these systemized, scalable processes, marketing funnels. It's like having 8 additional, highly experienced, highly dedicated, 24/7, 365 days of the year, 8 members of your team. Can you imagine having 8 members of your team who never take a break, who never complain, who can do all of the heavy lifting, who can leverage all of your content? And all of these 8 systemized processes are working in complete harmony with one another. And their objective is to produce results. So what you do is you feed in a huge amount of leads from the top, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm even going to give you some leads to start off this process with, up to 134, as I said. And then what we do is we just process. And then at the end, what will happen is something magical. Except, of course, it's not magical. It's a systemizable, repeatable process. It looks like magic. And these come along, once they're in the correct order, they're almost like stepping stones. So that, in other words, the results that you can have, the benefits, the transformational benefits, the outcomes, which we always talk about, is you will go from having perhaps a few. Like there are most of these coaches there that I work with, they have sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never really seen people having more than 5 one-to-one clients. Because if you have more than 5 one-to-one clients, then it becomes, let's say, quite difficult, quite unmanageable. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you some systemizable, scalable processes for you to grow your coaching business so that you can stop trading your time for dollars. You can stop trading your time for dollars. And we can move to either a group coaching model, or we can move to a course or a program, which you can have online. So on a semi-automated 24/7 version of yourself that never takes a break. that never is on holiday. Because remember, in reality, the real you, is going to be allowed to spend time with your family, spend weekends relaxing and enjoying their time with your kids. You're going to be able to take a break whenever you want, for as long as you want. Some of these coaches, what is it that I was talking to Arta the other day? He takes six scheduled holidays per year now. 6 scheduled holidays per year now. And one of them recently, he decided to go to Ireland because he thought, oh, the weather is lovely. And he went to Ireland for 14 days, and he got rain for, I think, 13 and a half of those days. So, but anyway, it depends on you. Wherever you want to go in the world, you could go there, because you're going to have time freedom, you're going to have location freedom, and you're going to have financial freedom. Okay, once we set up all of these processes in the correct order. Now, the full disclosure, this is not a magical unicorn money-making machine. If you want that, you have to go off to the bad Yatsek, as I've said in many of my videos, because full disclosure, that does not exist, okay? He might try to convince you it does, but it doesn't. That's why we call him the bad Yatsek, okay? But if you go off and if you do these things, now, if you put in all of this work, what will happen is you will get something that is working in complete harmony. And it's like, imagine this is I know it looks like a cutesy-wootsy baby shark. It was designed by my significant other, let's say, and it was designed, I think, with our child in mind rather than this objective. It's supposed to be a dangerous marketing shark, the type of dangerous marketing shark that could fleece you for hundreds of thousands of dollars of your hard-earned dollars. And you see there, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to establish this process. We're trying to set you up with this process so that you can start to see some badly needed results in advance by taking some of these actions before that you commit to working with us, okay? Because this is what we want you to do. We want to show you, and we want to teach you there how this has worked. And we're going to show you in a few moments all of the people there that this has worked for in the past, okay? In the past, and still going through it, still enjoying the benefits, still reaping the benefits from it. But you see, this is what your innate ability is as a coach. You solve problems, you solve blind spots, you solve challenges, you solve all of these things for the customers. You know, maybe it's time mastery, maybe it's location mastery, maybe it's cash flow mastery. Whatever it is, maybe it's the phobia of rats or the fear of water. I've got a fear of water. Whatever it is, you're taking the people across that bridge. And how we do it is by these stepping stones, these 8 stepping stones that we call iCanDOur. Now, a lot of people ask me, what does this mean? Each one of the letters of the iCanDOur process represents a different funnel. For example, at the I, we've got the invite funnel. It starts with the letter I. At the C, we've got the captivate funnel. We've got the content marketing funnel. We've got the clarity funnel. They're in the A stage, we've got the ask, and ask again, the quiz funnel, the survey funnel. At the end stage, we've got the nurture funnel, the learn how to say no funnel, the know thy numbers funnel. Okay, we've got at the D stage, we've got the delivery funnels, we've got the doing it funnels. For example, the pre-launch, the pre-launch, the launch, and the post-launch funnels. Very important. Very important, because they drive the money. They drive the money. And as we nurture these people, and as these people turn into customers, maybe immediately, maybe over the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days, or 120 days plus, whenever they come back to you, if you have nurtured them through newsletters, through video-based emails where you're constantly delivering value, when these people come to make a decision, now, in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, who do you think that they're going to return to? The person that has constantly delivered value, or some nameless nobody from Numptown and Numpville. It's a made-up place, by the way. Don't go and look for it in the United States. So some nameless nobody. Of course not. Of course, they're going to go to the coach, be they a life coach, a business coach, a mindset NLP coach, a relationship coach, a wellness coach, whatever their coaching niche or niche is, they're going to come to you because you have provided yourself, you have proved yourself, you have proven yourself as a person who constantly delivers value. You're leading them all the way to the promised land on the right-hand side, where they have got their solution, where they have removed their phobia of rats, of water. Maybe they've got problems with managing their time. Maybe they've got problems with managing their team. Maybe they've got problems with employee retention, employee satisfaction. Whatever it is that you do, what we can do is we can constantly provide these people with these little video marketing based emails, video marketing based newsletters, telling them all about you. And you see, a lot of people think this takes up a lot of time, but to do those video-based marketing emails and to make it look like they are omnipresent, in other words, everywhere, it takes about 35 to 45 minutes with properly structured content. We'll give you the scripts, the scripts that have worked really, 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 really well for some of these people. And what we teach you how to do is we'll teach you how to do them for yourself. And you see, how we do this is by as Dr. Stephen R. Covey taught us, and now as his son is teaching us, they always begin with the end in mind. He taught us this in his 7 Habits of Highly Extraordinary People, a seminal work for all of you coaches out there. If you haven't read this and you are a coach, I would highly, highly, highly suggest reading it. 7 Habits of Highly Extraordinary People. You can find it on Audible, on Kindle, on Amazon, etc. Really, really good work. You've probably read it already. And you see, we start with the end in mind. And how we do this is we build out for you for free an IC roadmap, an iCanDOur roadmap, which will contain for you the next 3, the next 4, the next 5 stages there in your business, which you should be doing. Because you see, what happens normally 9 times out of 10, as the coach becomes more busy, what do you think that the coach is going to do? The coach is going to want more and more results like this. So what we hope and what happens, let's say 9 times out of 10, is that the coach comes to us and says, hello, Paul, is there any chance that you and your team could help us to do this for faster, faster, faster? And we can help you to do this faster than you ever thought possible. Just like what we're going to show you in a few moments, okay? So bear with us, and please, please, please remember to stay tuned until the end of this video, because then you will be able to get hold of your free bonus. These up to 134 leads, quality scored leads that we have taken by using the limitless power of the AI. We've plucked them fresh from the social media platforms. Maybe it's from Twitter, maybe it's from LinkedIn, real people with real challenges. And if you're a career development coach, if you're a financial empowerment coach, if you're a life coach, if you're a business coach, then what we're going to do is we're going to marry them with you. We're going to show you how to reach out to those people, and we're going to show you how to contact them, what way to contact them, what scripts to use, so that you can convert them into your network, into highly paying customers who are excited, who are enthused at the prospect of being able, of having a chance to be able to do business with you, their coach, their future coach. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do this. We're going to map out this journey for you, and it's going to be like incredible. Okay, now this is the roadmap. This is the way that the roadmap works, and you see the tired, deflated, lack of energy in the bottom left-hand corner. They're tired. They're looking for a solution. They're perhaps looking for quality traffic. They're perhaps looking for leads here, there, and everywhere. They're looking under these stones, this stone. They're looking everywhere. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to show these people how to find them. We take them through the roadmap. You see, you follow the arrows there. Sometimes there you might go back to step 2. But ultimately, you're going to end up like those superheroes in the top right-hand corner after we go through the results rule period lesson. Very, very important. That funnel is incredible. And then what we're going to do is we're going to review it. We're going to analyze it, and we're going to rinse and repeat. In other words, we're going to get rid of the stuff that is not working, and we're going to repeat. In other words, we're going to do more of the stuff that is working. This is not brain science, ladies and gentlemen, you know, because believe you me, if you are a brain surgeon, the only thing that you do is brain surgery. You turn up, you're briefed about this patient there, you go and you perhaps meet the patient, but you do not do everything. And this is what I see so many coaches out there doing. You do not do the sales yourself. You do not do the marketing yourself. You do not do the advertising of yourself. You do not go out there and post your brains out on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or whatever. I am a brain surgeon. Please come and work with me. I can repair your brain problems or your spine problems. I know, because I have to go to a brain surgeon, let's say, in the very near future, because I've got a problem with the bottom of my spine. So you still have to go to a brain surgeon for that. So I've got it worked in. But, you know, the brain surgeon doesn't go out advertising their services. The people do that for him. His previous clients, her previous clients, their previous clients, they do that for them. And that is the very, very simple thing. So many people out there, like lawyers, it's the same. You don't see really great lawyers going out there and advertising, posting everything there to try to increase their business. They do it there, but you see so many coaches and they're trying to do absolutely everything. And it's frustrating. Yeah. So you see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to offer them a team of 8, a virtual team of 8. Can you imagine 8 highly paid marketing consultants? Can you imagine how much that would cost you? That would cost you tens of thousands of dollars every single month. But these are not things that are going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars every month. Because what you're going to do is you're going to set them, you're going to build them, and then you're just going to let them work on autopilot. Okay? But there is work involved. There is work involved, even for the done with you clients. Okay? Now, this is what it looks like whenever they're all arranged out. There are 8 little purple boxes there along the bottom. We do this through 3 stages: the attract phase, the diagnosis phase, and the prescription phase, the prescribe phase. Think about it when you go to see your doctor, your physician. What happens is they have attracted you to perhaps their clinic, their surgery, wherever they're operating from. And then they're going to diagnose your problem. You know, maybe you've got a problem there, like, for example, I've got with my lower back. Then so what they do is they send you off for a series of tests. They ask you a bunch of questions, and then they're going to give you some information. Yeah, some information, perhaps some exercises, some physiotherapy exercises. And then after that, they're going to give you a prescription, and they're going to tell you what you have to do. So before you go to the surgery, you have to do this exercise, this exercise, this exercise. You have to reduce all of your trans fats, whatever, You have to drink much more water. You have to lose weight. You have to do all of these things. But this is the 3 stages that we have to go through. And it's the same in marketing for all of you coaches. It's the same for brain surgeons. Well, it's the same for the people that work behind the brain surgeons, the people that promote the brain surgeons and that promote the hospitals from which the brain surgeons operate from. Okay, so they do all of the marketing. And what they do is they go out there and they hook you in. So like imagine a fisher person, a fisherman, a fisherwoman, and then what they're doing is they're reeling the people in. So they're putting a nice hook, they're putting some nice bait there. It depends if you're catching salmon or trout or perch or pike or whatever it is that you're trying to catch. There in Ireland, we've got 2 very, very famous fish that do not exist in the rest of the world. In the complete rest of the world, they're landlocked in one of these small little lakes, or lochs as we call them in Ireland. They're from the Gaelic word for lake. And we've got these 2 fish called the possum and the dullahan. And these fish sell for hundreds of euros per kilogram in the markets of Switzerland, etc. A long way away, for example, in Europe. They're from Ireland itself. And you can imagine there, what you're doing is you're going out there and you're using a special type of bait to attract these rare fish, these prized fish. that are absolutely delicious, by the way, to eat. Possum and the Dullahan. Wow, if you're a fish lover, you will love, love, love these. Now then, from the hook, what we do is we go across the bridge. Let's imagine it's the Golden Gate Bridge. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask them questions. We're going to give them away our lead magnet, our free gift, in other words. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start delivering. We're going to start warming them up through a pre-launch. We're going to warm them up even more through a pre-launch. We're going to do it through a launch. And then we're going to take care of these people. And we're going to sell to them again and again and again through a post-launch sequence. In other words, a post-launch funnel. Okay. And then we're going to deal with the offer. Because so many coaches out there, so many coaches that I've worked with, they get this part horribly and completely and totally wrong. So many of them think that what you're doing is you're selling coaching. You are not selling coaching. Let me tell you that right now, right here. You are not selling coaching. Coaching is not something that you can go to your local Walmart or your local Tesco's, or your local Sainsbury's, or your local Carrefour, or whatever type of supermarket it is. You cannot go there and you cannot buy coaching off a shelf. For example, if I've got let's say, a problem with my team and I want to retain more, I cannot go to my supermarket shelf. Oh, here you go. Here's employee retention. Here's employee satisfaction. You cannot do this. It's an intangible product. Coaching is intangible. In other words, you cannot touch it. You cannot hold it. You cannot put it into your pocket or your wallet. So what you have to do is you have to think differently. And we have to position this differently. But what we're going to do is, by using the limitless power of the AI, of machine learning, we're going to show you how to create a highly compelling offer, one that sort of reaches out to them through the camera and pulls them in. You can imagine like a magnetic force field, like a tractor beam, if any of you have watched any science fiction. I love science fiction. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull them in with our tractor beam. Now, these are the type of coaches there that I help. I help business coaches. I love working with business coaches, executive business coaches, life coaches, leadership coaches. I'm going to show you some examples of all of these people. Wellness coaches. There are some lovely stories from those ones. And marketing coaches. But marketing coaches, they're with, let's say, another superpower. Because our superpower is marketing. So we don't want to work with more marketing people that only have their sole focus as marketing. A lot of these coaches I'm going to show you, some of them have 20, some of them have 30 years of sales and marketing experience, but they also have got their coaching skills. And that's what I'm going to show you in a few moments. Okay. And also the mindset NLP coaches, but the ones that are from the mindset NLP that are operating with a business slant, okay? So that they've got a business slant, a business perspective there that they hold their heads on, and that they're not like trying to do, the 9-to-5 job, and then sort of like in the evenings or perhaps at the weekends, or perhaps it's something else. They're depriving their family of time with them. They're depriving themselves of time off. So they're out there working on these 9-to-5 jobs. Like, for example, this week I spoke to 3 wonderful coaches, and they're all involved in the aviation security business. There was one of them, a Polish gentleman who's now working in Manchester in the north of England in the United Kingdom, Sebastian. There's one from Phoenix, Arizona in the United States, Stuart Backham. And then there's one from Ireland, from back home in Ireland, in Dublin, Ireland. And his name is John, and they're all working in the aviation security industry. They're all working these 9-to-5 highly pressurized jobs, training other people there because they've now got to a very, very, very high level in aviation security. But you can tell by looking at them, they're sad, they're deflated, their bodies are closed, they're sort of like they're restricted, and this is what I've seen hundreds of times there in these coaches. And then you ask them what their superpower is, and all of a sudden they light up. All of a sudden you see the chest goes out, and it's almost like you're starting to see this. Can you see it? You start to see the Superman logo Yes. And they start, the shoulders go back. They're smiling, they're grinning from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat. You remember the cat in Alice in Wonderland? And they're grinning, and all of a sudden they come alive. And it's like a magical process. It's like almost as if they were a professional musician, and this was a professional symphony. You can imagine, like the Chopin preludes. They're this famous Polish composer, because I live in Poland, in a city called Poznan, Poland, in the west of Poland. They're next to, let's say, these countries that are having this unfortunate war at the moment. They're Ukraine and Belarus and Russia. So this is what we're trying to achieve. And whenever you see these people, these amazing people that I had the pleasure and the privilege of talking to this week, all of a sudden, whenever you ask them about their superpower, you find out these incredible things. Like, for example, Sebastian can cure this phobia of these rats and mice, these rodents, in one sitting. Can you imagine that? I do not like rats and I do not like mice. And wow, this is incredible. And people there that have a phobia, I remember, like, let's say, not so many years ago, I had got mice in the house. I lived in the south of France. I lived in the Alps, and there was mice there that got into the house. And I was thinking, okay, it got into the wardrobe. I closed the wardrobe, and then I thought to myself, okay, how do I get it out of the wardrobe? And I had to get my suit out. So anyway, I got some friends. We were all armed with these tennis rackets, trying to, and we were trying to, remove the mouse. And we would have paid all the tea in China to avail of Sebastian and his problems. At the end of the day, we couldn't find the mouse, and I got my suit out because I had to go for a meeting. I put on the suit. Where was the mouse? The mouse was inside the lining of the suit jacket. Yes, it's like a sketch from Monty Python. Oh dear, that was not a nice feeling. I can tell you that much. And then what my friends decided to do was they decided to beat the mouse with the tennis racket, with me still wearing the suit jacket. Oh dear. Not nice. But I'll tell you, we really kind of benefited from somebody like Sebastian and his incredible powers there as a life coach. Now, if we talk about John, John has got this incredible skill. He's a musical composer. And there's a lovely program on Irish television. The national broadcaster is called Radio Telefís Éireann, so RTE. And what they've got is they've got this program called The Restaurant, where they go into one of these famous restaurants. I think it's one owned by Marco Pure White. In other words, the chef who is responsible for unleashing Gordon Ramsay onto the world. In other words, his mentor, Marco Pure White. And Marco Pure White let them loose in their restaurants, so all of these celebrity chefs. And what they have to do is they've got all of these cameras where people are dissecting their dish, tearing it apart, basically, criticizing it for good, for bad, or whatever. And really good one. And now John's claim to fame is that John did the theme tune for The Restaurant. I was listening to it yesterday after talking with John. Absolutely incredible. And the man comes alive when he's talking about that. It's the same there with all of these coaches. Like, for example, whenever I think about Prudence McDaniel or Pauline George, or whenever I talk about Evan Money, whenever I talk about Jeff Gosling, I'm going to introduce you to some of these people in a moment. But they are absolutely incredible. And they come alive whenever it's things like this. And all of a sudden there, you can sort of like try to help them to imagine a time whenever they stop tire kicking or toe dipping. And, I still to this day, it doesn't matter what AI you've got, it doesn't matter how many followers or how many likes you've got on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. To learn how to swim, you have to take the plunge. And I think it doesn't matter who you follow, if it's Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, Brad Sugars, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Frank Kern. It doesn't matter who you follow. If you want to learn how to swim, You're going to have to, at some point or another, you're going to have to jump into the water, usually at the deep end. So they don't let you do it in the paddling pool, you know, which is what I thought. I thought, oh, can we go into this one here? You know, the water is about this deep. You think, oh, yes, I'm really, really brave, really brave, really brave. I can do it. No, no, no. They tell you, you jump in at the deep end. Okay. So this is what it's all about, right? Now, let me introduce you to some of these people. I'm going to introduce you to 8 people, 8 incredible coaches there who took this decision and decided to sign up for the iCanDOur 8-step process, this 8-step complete ad to sale process. This is a lovely guy, and he goes by the name of Jeff Gosling, and he's a business success coach, and he's part of the ActionCOACH franchise. The ActionCOACH franchise started, of course, by the legendary Brad Sugars, an incredible person with an incredible vision and an incredible set of training materials. And Jeff goes out there and he helps, he succeeds in helping these leaders, these visionaries, these A-star clients, the people there. I know these people. John Wallace, an incredible lawyer from London, England, in the United Kingdom. Clara Melia, and then we've also got Rick Patel. They're from IT. They're an IT company, and these are incredible people. Like, what was it in one of the sound bites? I always remember from Rick Patel, 400% increase in turnover after working with Jeff, after working with my coach, Jeff Gosling. They're in 1 year, 400% increase in turnover. And his words were, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Really, really, really fantastic results. Fantastic results from a fantastic coach, business coach. This is Jeff's YouTube channel, which we brought from zero to hero. We brought it up to 26.3 thousand followers, and now it's gone up, of course, even more, with 1,060 subscribers. They're with only 79 videos. They're just taking the people through, you know, group coaching overview, 5 ways to get more referrals, quarterly planning, ensuring an ROI on your investment, all of those things. Absolutely amazing. Now look at the results there that Jeff got. Now this is taken in terms of, let's say, the invite funnel. So the invite funnel is the first funnel that we set up for all of the coaches. Okay. And this is where we take the people in from social media, from Facebook, from Instagram, from LinkedIn, from wherever you are active. If you're active on Pinterest or on TikTok, if you're a tickety talker, then we will take them in from there. But we'll show you how to convert them, how to leverage this by the use of these YouTube videos. These YouTube videos, remember, because of Google, they're also appearing at the top of the front page of Google for intent-based branded keywords. Okay, in other words, the types of things that people are looking for, are searching for millions of times. Okay, they're on Google. Remember, Google is the mothership, but Google owns YouTube. It purchased it from Mr. Elon Musk's PayPal there at the time. So from some of Elon Musk's developers, when Elon Musk was the CEO of PayPal, they took this, they purchased it for, what was it, $2.6 billion in November 2006. Before that, their YouTube looked a bit like Tinder, a dating site. Seriously, go back and check it out. So anyway, their Facebook and Instagram, their Jeff managed to, over the course of 1 year, get 1.01 million leads. Now, of course, that's more than anybody can handle. So what we have to do is we have to triage, we have to funnelize them. So we put a huge amount of leads in at the top, and then we take them down, we triage. We took them down to 26,500 unique views on YouTube. And then from that, then we go to LinkedIn, and then we've got about a network of 7,200. And then we take that through triage to the people there that are prepared to jump through the hoops that Jeff has got. For example, to have a business upgrade call with Jeff there, and he will genuinely help you in your business. They're for free. And then if people want to go on further, which most of them do, and if Jeff can fit you in, then of course he will. but it's all a process. You have to go through his questionnaires. You have to go through his processes, the Action Coach processes. Okay. And you see Jeff's coaching superpower is there. He's got also investment mastery, but he's got time mastery, location mastery, sales mastery, cash flow mastery, all of those things, employee retention, employee satisfaction, action cash, all of those different products. But this is the name of Jeff's course. The name of Jeff's course is Breakthrough Club, where he allows these people to come along and to take advantage of his teachings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while Jeff is either spending time with his highly invested one-to-one clients like Clara, like John Wallace, like Rick Patel, like Nihal Patel, like Angela Gallagher, like all of those other incredible people there that I've had the privilege and the good fortune of meeting. This lovely lady is a lady called Catherine Lyon. Catherine Lyon is a life coach, an early years coach. This is her superpower. And what Catherine helps all of her wonderful people, these owners of these nursery schools, these pre-learning centers, these early years centers in countries like, for example, the United Arab Emirates, like Dubai and all of those wonderful, wonderful cities over there. And she helps people. And what her message is, her clarity statement there, this is the number 2 funnel in the iCanDOur process. And she helps people, many early years providers, because they're struggling to get everything right. And what she helps them to do is she says to them, as early years people, we know how difficult it is to make, how challenging it is to make time stand still. And we make it stand still through the use of our early years software, our Spark early years management software. Okay. So that parents and staff alike can create meaningful learning connections with every single child in their care that will last a lifetime. Remember what we do for those little people there that we call our sons and our daughters, our children. These young children, like usually about, 3, 4, 5, 6 years of age. My daughter went through this process, now she's 8. But then they go through these processes that will last them a lifetime. Really, really good, really beneficial. Okay. Now, we're examining this from the C of iCanDOur. The C of iCanDOur represents the conversion through the clarity process. In other words, a clarity statement, a one-liner statement. We take them through Captivate. We take them through content marketing. Okay. And the course, the program name there that Catherine operates under is the Spark Early Years Management System. Spark. There, this is what it is. All about this little spark of ignition. And then Catherine is very active on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter there. But on Facebook and Instagram, what we did was we launched a paid ads campaign. So Catherine pays for her ads there as part of the process. And Catherine was able to get over 16 weeks. She managed to convert out of the 45 leads that she received. She managed to convert 38 of them, which is an 84.4 return on investment. You can imagine, for every dollar that you're paying Facebook, you're getting $84.40 back. Come on, who wouldn't want to do more of that? Who wouldn't want to do more of that? It's all about this return on the investment. An incredible lady with an incredible team. There are some lovely, lovely people that she works with, Iona and Sarah. Really, really incredible vision. And it's all about just getting out her wonderful message to those wonderful people, to those owners at the right time, the right place, using the right mediums. Okay. This man is Professor Christian Farioli. And Christian Farioli comes from Italy. And he operates from the United Arab Emirates, from the Principality of Dubai. And this is his message, because Christian is a sales and marketing coach. Not normally they're the type of person there that we work with, but his niche is that he works with companies of 500 or more employees. So in other words, the big guys, the successful guys. But as he says time and time again, almost every single CEO or every single C-suite executive out there worth their salt They are extremely concerned, if not worried, if not terrified, if not petrified about their digital marketing results, because they know that the future is changing, and the future is changing like this. It is changing so quickly. It is unbelievable, unbelievable, especially with AI, with all of these funnel building technologies. And you have to stay ahead of the curve. If you do not, your company is history, and probably your position as a CEO, as a CTO, as a CFO is undermined, it's threatened. So what Christian helps them to do is, through his program, he helps them to achieve CDO certification. In other words, Chief Data Officer, Chief Digital Officer. They're the person who is responsible for all of the digital assets of this company. Their social media, their funnels, their funnel automation solutions, their email marketing campaigns, all of these things, because the bigger the company, the more funnels there that they have to have in place. So that, in other words, that they can spend less through these, as I said, through these team of these 8 virtual funnels, which are working like 8 highly leveraged, highly functional people with the experience, the depth, the intellect, like Professor Christian Farioli. And he will increase your customer base, and he will times your ROI without wasting a single solitary cent of unnecessary budget, which is incredible, because all of these people are worried about their bottom line. Okay. Now, we take his example from the purpose of the A of iCanDOur. The A of iCanDOur is all about the ask, and ask again. Why do we ask 4 times? Because it is impossible for the human brain to ignore a properly structured, formulated question when asked 4 times. Okay, so think about that. It's impossible for the brain at most times to ignore a question. That's why I always start off every single one of these videos with one of these questions. Okay, now Christian there has got a phenomenal list size of 87,112 at the time there that we started, and the results there, you can imagine, once you're putting out these newsletters at a specific time basis. Okay, so you're putting them out every few days, every 3 days, and the aim is to convert at least 1% of them, 1% of them. So you've got 87,112 CEOs, CTOs, CFOs, all of these amazingly successful people who want to stay amazingly successful. And then if you're putting this out 1%, imagine what 1% of that list is like. Okay. And look at the type of customers that Christian has had the privilege of helping to train. People like Etisalat, Bulgari, NASA, and even Google Ireland themselves. Okay, absolutely incredible. Now, this next person is a lady called Kath Roberts. Kath Roberts is a wellness coach, specifically a menopause wellness coach. And Kath Roberts offers these luxury retreats, these luxury menopausal retreats for all of these ladies that are going through the perimenopausal, the menopausal, or the postmenopausal stages of their life, a period which can last from about the age of 43 up to about perhaps the age of 64. Okay, through the postmenopause. And it's a transitional period of their life. And what Kath is trying to get the message across very successfully, I might add, is that these people can relax knowing that the best years of their life are still to come. Okay, so they don't have to start to like panic and think, oh my goodness, I have to rip my womb out, boom, tomorrow. They don't have to do all of this. Kath is a wonderful coach, and Kath will guide them there through these processes. Okay, this is Kath's co-founder there, Ros Lee. She's the clinical lead of Me Retreats. And then these are some of the videos there that we give, these interviews with all of these amazing ladies. Okay. And these are the types of outcomes there that they had whenever they went through Kath's questionnaire at the number 3 funnel, at the ask funnel. Then what they did was they came out, and this was the version for North America at the bottom, and this was the version from Europe, from a group from the 80s and the 90s called the Spice Girls. tell you what I want, what I really, really want. You know, those people. So absolutely incredible. The one on the right is the one who's married to David Beckham. And those are all of the people from those days. Now, these are famous actresses from the United States, down at the bottom for the North American version. And this is what it's all about. It's all about trying to work out what's your menopausal archetype. And the same way for Christian, he had, what's your CEO archetype? Are you like Elon Musk? Are you like, Steve Jobs? Are you like Gordon Ramsay? Are you like Indira Nooyi of PepsiCo? Are you like these people that are from Airbnb or from Tesla, from Microsoft, from whatever? What type of CEO qualities do you have? And of course, people are going to click on those things because they're always interested. Hold on a second. What is my CEO archetype? You know, do I have what it takes to be better than these people or to be just as good? Can I learn something from these people? Okay. And then this is the landing page. They're the easiest way for you to transition into your midlife, your second spring journey in just 30 minutes. So in other words, the people are trying to claim a free session. They're trying to find out all of this useful information. And of course, they have to jump through some hoops to qualify them, to make sure that they've got budget to go on one of these luxury menopausal retreats. They have to answer a few questions. Okay, so it's not brain science there, folks. It's all about just applying these processes in the right order at the right time using the right mediums. Okay, social media. And this was the N. So this is number 4, ICAN. Remember, each letter of iCanDOur represents something different. So this is the N of iCanDOur funnels. And this is where we nurture those nuanced niches or niches. It depends. In the United States, they call it niche. And in Europe, we call it a niche. It's a French word. And it's this selection process there that we go through these funnels. Remember, wide at the top, as my hands are showing, and narrow at the bottom where my wrists are. Okay, so this is what we want to do. We want to put in a lot of these leads there that we think might be suitable, and then we want the funnels to do the triaging. So just like what happens in a hospital, in the emergency room, in the emergency waiting room, the doctors, the nurses, the personnel there are monitoring those people and saying, well, hold on a second there, that's a person there playing, I don't know, Pokemon Go on their mobile phones, on their smartphones. So perhaps that person is not really in absolute emergency status, whereas this person over here is suffering from chest pains. So therefore, that person becomes a much higher priority on the list, and that person should be seen, let's say, quicker. Of course, the other person should be seen to, but that person is probably not experiencing the same type of pain. That person could be perhaps suffering from a potential myocardial infarction. So in other words, a suspected heart attack. So that person would have to be seen quicker. And it's the same process here. There we get these people to know their numbers, and then we get these people to go through the process of learning how to say no to the wrong type of people and how to say yes to the right type of people. In other words, the type of people who jump through the hoops, who jump across all of those stepping stones without falling off and without like plunging down the bridge to those dangerous marketing sharks that are just going to rip you off for all of your money and then not provide the service there behind it. Okay, and this is what we try to do. We try to build partnerships because we want it to be a win-win-win for all sides involved. Win-win-win. Win for the funnels, win for you, win for us, because then it's a win-win-win for all. Okay, now then Kath and Roz and Rohini, they managed to get 865 subscribers there in a very short period of time. I think it was about less than a month. And from that, they had 2 unsubscribers. Everybody will have unsubscribers. You know, you have to admit this is a fact of life. Even if a person signs up for one of your Facebook ads, one of your Instagram ads, one of your LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, and you call these people 15, 20, 25 minutes later, the chances are that person will already have forgotten about you. Seriously, this really does happen. So imagine they've got a phobia of rats. They see Sebastian advert. They think, oh my goodness, I can be cured in 1 session. They're right. Okay, I'm going to click on his ad. Right, here you go then, Sebastian. Here's my name. Here's my email address. Both. They send it off. And then Sebastian or a member of Sebastian's team or the funnels, the funnel automation systems contact this person, say, thank you very, very much for contacting Sebastian. Now this is what you have to do next. And the people have already forgotten that they did this because they've gone on to Twitter, they've gone on to Facebook, they're looking at their feed, they're looking at how many likes or how many follows that they've got. Ladies, gentlemen, everybody, please, peeps, you cannot live your life by Facebook likes. They don't taste very nice. They taste horrible, in fact. You cannot bring them to your bank manager and say, I've got 4 million likes, I've got 4 million follows. That means absolutely nothing. Nothing. What counts at the end of the day is how much money you are going to make in terms of these conversions. How much money is going on to your payment platform there through these conversions. And this is what we're more concerned about. So it's not about the quantity, it's all about the quality. And that's what the funnels do. We've got quantity at the top, but coming out the bottom is we've got dollars, we've got euros, we've got pounds, depending on where you are in the world. Because we're triaging these people, and the people that are coming out at the bottom, they're paying serious bucks to work with you to solve their problems, okay? Because they've got this exploding pain going on at their inside their head. They've got this thing that is weighing down on top of them like a 10-ton weight that they just want to get rid of. And if you prove yourself as the best placed person on this planet to help them, of course, they're going to go to you for their Advil, for their aspirin, for their paracetamol, okay? And this was Kath's program, named Kath Rosrahini's program. It was MeWe. It was like one of these luxury weekend, like 5 days, 4 nights in these luxury farmhouses in the southwest of England, in the United Kingdom. And it was a 5-star sensory experience. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Really, really nice. Now, these people here, these are delivery coaches, and I bring them in at this point because this is highly appropriate. What they do is they deliver vehicles, and sometimes luxury vehicles, to the famous, to the celebrities. And that lady in the bottom right is the diminutive pop star, TV star. She burst onto our screens years and years ago in a soap opera. She's from Australia, Sydney, Australia, and her name is Kylie Minogue. And Kylie Minogue ordered a pink Lamborghini during the time when she was doing The Voice. It's this reality TV show where people get to sing, and they've all got their backs turned in these chairs, and then they press the button, boof, and they turn around. And Kylie Minogue was one of the hosts, along with Sir Tom Jones from Wales. There was will.i.am from the United States, and there was one of the guys from the Kaiser Chief. I forget what his name was, Ricky something. And this was what this lady ordered. Perhaps not this one, but it was a pink Lamborghini. This is a pink Lamborghini. And she didn't get it. Why did she not get it? Because the vehicle, what happens is these drivers, they're trained to take the charge delivery of the vehicle the night before. So it had to be delivered to the docks in the southeast of England. They're for shipment to Australia. And before driving it to the docks, they have to take receipt of the vehicle. They introduce the vehicle, let's say, to a lamppost in the centre of London. So let's say, well, this particular pink Lamborghini, the poor Kylie Minogue did not get. So in the words of her song, I can be so lucky, lucky, lucky. She definitely was not lucky this time. So what we did then for them was a completely transformational process where Jeff Gosling, their business coach, who we talked about at the beginning of this presentation, came to us and said, could we build for them a series of Facebook ads which would convert these drivers that would have the potential to become these highly qualified delivery drivers for them through these Facebook ads. And we designed a very amusing, a very tongue-in-cheek, this sort of like British humor, if you want, being a little bit sarcastic, talking about these people from the perspective of their wives, and asking them, did their wives want to become a human tea maker, coffee maker, sandwich maker for the rest of their lives? Or would they like to escape the monotonous routine of watching daytime British television, just like American television or Irish television. It's not the best. It's not the best. And would they not rather go out and explore the beautiful, the wonderful British countryside? So we worked on them with the two vehicle delivery coaches. They were Nihal Patel and his partner, Angela Gallagher from Dublin, Ireland. So Nihal is from London, England, and Angela is from Dublin, Ireland. So absolutely incredible. Now, this lady there, we've introduced her a few times. Her name is Prudence McDaniel. And Prudence McDaniel is a life coach, a financial empowerment coach. And look at this. This is an example. This is from Prudence's landing page. Her website is budget4.college. And what she's trying to help these teenagers, and more importantly, the parents, because the parents are, of course, going to pay for the course. She's helping the parents to become financially aware of what college education in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, could become like for their parents, for the parents of these teenagers. And she's trying to help them to save lots and lots and lots and lots of American dollars by making them think responsibly with their teenagers. So they have to come together, the parents and the teenagers. Can you imagine this? I've got a 15-year-old son, and he actually said to me today 5 words. 5 words. I won't even tell you. You can probably imagine what those 5 words, but it's like this is what's called communication with a teenager. And it's this process. And you see, Prudence is a fantastic coach. What she does is she elicits all of this information from the teenagers and from their parents or their guardians or their uncles or aunts or grandparents or whoever's paying for the course. In other words, getting them to work together so that they can prepare a realistic budget. Yeah. And this is Prudence's lead magnet. Now look at it. You see, this is what we do for all of these people. We produce these PDF guides, but we produce them with these fantastic covers. Like, look at that. It looks like something from Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, if you're old enough to remember Nightmare on Elm Street, which I am. We're talking about this, like the 13 money-murdering mistakes that all parents must know before even thinking, before even contemplating of sending their teen to college. Now, you imagine there that my son, he's 15, so he's going to be, 16 at the end of this year, and he's going to be going to college in 2 years. So we have to imagine. This is something there that we really, really have to put into place now. And the mistakes there that some of these people can make. And you see, this is her opt-in form. You remember I told you at the beginning, the opt-in form is encapsulated into the landing page. Okay, so it's just simply where I put in my name, Paul, and I put in my email address there. And then I just press the brilliant red button, which is in the same blood red that is used on the cover of the book. Look at that. It's very graphic, isn't it? 13 money murdering mistakes with a big, big, big call to action. And you see there, Prudence is putting out the same message on social media. So she's putting it out on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, putting out all of those client wins from the people there that she has serviced so well in the past, and then bringing these people across this bridge there where she's asking them questions to find out if they could be her ideal clients. In other words, clients that would be not a good fit, but a great fit, an excellent fit, where they go together like, you know, those lobsters or those crabs. They come along, they mate for life. You know, it's like that perfect sort of symbiotic relationship. That's what we're looking for here. Okay. Now, this man here in the bottom left is a man called Herman Marigny III. And Herman Marigny III is a CDL mentor. He's a truck driving school coach. Okay, and what he's got is he's got a huge team of all of these brilliant men and women, these people who help these people to pass their CDL course. In Europe, this might be called a HGV, heavy goods vehicle, or a TIR. Don't ask me what TIR represents, but CDL is a commercial driving license. And this is for North America, for the United States and Canada, where they get to drive these big 18-wheel rigs, you know, like the things that you would have seen in Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds, you know, eastbound and down. This is all what it's about, because they're based in Louisiana, in the southeast of the United States, southeastern part, and absolutely incredible, right next to the state of Texas. And they will give you the know-how to pass your CDL exam right time, the first time. Now, what they've got is they've got an incredible offer. There, you see what it is, they've got these courses, and the courses all go for different amounts of money. But what they all have to do, every single person who wants to become an essential worker, who wants to become one of these truck drivers, the drivers of one of these big rigs, they have to do this pre-inspection exam. Now, if you don't pass the pre-inspection exam, please, you know, they tell you go away, because you're not going to get to do the real inspection if you're unable to identify these different parts of your vehicle, you know, because in case the vehicle breaks down or whatever, these things are absolutely huge. Yeah. So whenever it's attached to the trailer, well, you can imagine and the value of the cargo. So these people have to know these things like the back of their hand. Oh, what's that? Yes, it's the back of my hand. So you have to have it like this. Okay. And the courses cost $599. Let's say they're for this pre-inspection course. Now, here's the unbelievable guarantee. And this is why Herman is at the U, because he's got this unique understanding of these people. He says to them, okay, folks, right, you come along there, you do this this test, this pre-inspection exam with Brittany or with Bernie or any one of the fantastic fully trained instructors, approved by the state governor himself there of Louisiana. So these people come along, and within 45 minutes, they're going to teach you these, I think it's 107 or 119 acronyms that you need to be able to pass the pre-trip inspection test. And you're going to do this within 45 minutes. Or if not, I will give you double your money back. So in other words, you've paid me $600, let's say, minus $1. $600, I'm going to give you back $1,200. And the people are sort of thinking themselves, well, hold on a second, right? It's true, okay. You know, they read the contract, they read the conditions. Yeah. Okay, so they sign up, they pay their $600, and they go into the examination room. So they sit there with Brianni and all of the other instructors, and then they come out 45 minutes later, and Herman's got these cameras positioned on these tripods, and he gets the staff then to record their reaction. So you see them coming in, and they're thinking to themselves, hey, ooh, okay, I'm going to be coming out of here 45 minutes later, and I'm going to be $600 richer. Way! And what happens is a complete transformational process, because Herman is no fool, believe you me. Herman is a very clever, a very shrewd business person. And he's not like giving away these money there willy-nilly. These people come out, and the instructors are recording their reaction, and they're going, well, what happened? Did you get your money back? No, I didn't. So what happened? I've got this certificate, and they've got this certificate that they have successfully passed the pre-inspection test. And in other words, they're only another 1 or 2 examinations away from becoming a highly paid essential worker. And believe you me, these people start on 5-figure salaries a year. Very, 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 very close. And some of them with bonuses, etc., even by the end of their first year, are on a 6-figure salary, because these people are essential workers, and they will have to drive across the United States, across Canada, etc. They're with these commercial driving licenses with Class A or Class B or Class C. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And this is the message there that we put out to these people. And you know, to see it in action, you just absolutely have to. I've asked time and time again people if they know who Daniel Radcliffe is. And Daniel Radcliffe is an actor, but he's not an actor from the United States or from South Africa or whatever, depending on whatever movie that you have seen. Harry Potter, he's the actor who plays Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. And if you type in Daniel Radcliffe recites the elements. Now, what do I mean by the elements? I mean all of those things in the periodic table, like Fe for iron, Ag for argon, all of those ones. And there are hundreds of these elements. It's a bit like this mnemonic system there that Herman uses for his pre-trip inspection examination, and how he gets these people to learn it in such a short period of time. So this actor, Daniel Radcliffe, the actor who played Harry Potter, and lots of other roles, but he can recite the entire periodic table using this system. If you type into YouTube, Daniel Radcliffe sings the elements, you will see him on this chat show from the United Kingdom called the Graham Norton Show. It's an Irish chat show host. They're Graham Norton, and he's interviewing Daniel Radcliffe. And Daniel Radcliffe, within 1 minute and 41 seconds, is able to recite the entire periodic table from beginning to end. Seriously, you have to type it in. Daniel Radcliffe sings the elements, and you will see exactly what I mean. Now think about this, and think about this unbelievable, unique guarantee. So this person, Herman Marigny III, this person here, has got a unique understanding of his target audience. All of these lovely men and women, these people who want to become these essential workers there. And this is the offer there that he had during the pandemic. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. This person here, pictured center behind his lovely team of working dogs. There he came to me with his lovely wife, Tanya McCready. This is Hank DeBruin. And what they do is absolutely incredible. Now, I always tell people, I always joke and always say, in huge air quotes, these were the two of the least successful people, the least successful. But remember, huge, monumental air quotes. You'll see why in a moment. These are people that run this company called Winterdance, winterdance.com. Now, they have written these books there. So the books were the lead magnets, chapters out of these books. Incredible books. They're Journey of 1,000 Miles and the Iditarod Tremor. In other words, these were people that went across 1,000, that's 1,000 miles of icy tundra of they're in Alaska, on these trails. Like that's a picture of Hank as he crossed the finish line on the bottom right hand corner. You can imagine there, wow, 1,000 miles, you're in complete darkness there, and the only thing that you've got for company is all of these working dogs. You see the working dogs there with their booties, these Siberian Huskies, these beautiful Siberian Huskies, and that's what they have got. Now, think about it there. At the beginning, whenever we started to work together, these people didn't even have the courage, the conviction to turn on their cameras. So what we had to do was we had to do these VSLs, these video sales letters, where it was just their voice, their audio. And then we put up the pictures, we put up the images, just like what we're doing now. And we told people their beautiful, beautiful story. And eventually then we launched it on, it was Christmas Eve in Canadian time, Eastern time, let's say, there in Toronto, in the Halliburton Highlands. And over here in Europe, it was already Christmas Day, because we're, 6 hours ahead of you here in Poland. And it was a challenge, but Tanya came on there, the beautiful, big, huge Christmas tree in the center of their house out in these highlands in the wilderness. And they just started to tell her beautiful enigmatic story. And we went through all of this, the leadership training, the FAQs, what they need to succeed and stuff. And eventually then Tanya and Hank were able to go on, and they were able to talk to the hotel chains. They were able to talk to the people like the Hampton, the Hilton, the Sheraton, the Marriott, and then to put their leadership training courses in front of them. Yeah. And the theory was, well, hold on a second. If this man, if this woman, if their family, their 4 children and a team of 155 to 160 dogs there, which they never euthanized there, they let them live out their days. They're looked after by them and by the younger dogs. Absolutely incredible, absolutely heartwarming story. So if they can go across 1,000 miles of bitter sub-zero temperatures, freezing temperatures, and if they can survive then they can definitely 100% teach companies like the Hampton, the senior management, the Sheraton, the Hilton, the Marriott, of course, you know, with their eyes closed. It's no contest. You know, you can do this. Hey, you're Superman. Remember? Superman. Okay. And then after that, they went on to teach the high-ranking military officers from the United States Army. So in other words, remember, they're from Canada, and they're teaching the people that report to POTUS DOTUS himself. So in other words, the President of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden, at this current time, and perhaps hopefully in the near future too. He's done an incredible amount let's say, they're trying to, no, let's not go into this. Let's make it political. Okay. But anyway, he works in the White House, and these are the people that report to him. And after famously saying no in a very emphatic tone to some of these high-ranking military officers, I think it was a colonel who reports to the President of the United States, then they went on to work with, let's say, relatively small, relatively unknown soft drinks manufacturer. You've probably never ever heard of this soft drinks manufacturer in your life. It was none other than Coca-Cola themselves. So Tanya, McCready, Hank DeBruin became the leadership coaches for a company with enough marketing budget to quench every single parched throat on this almost 7 billion strong people on this planet Earth, there and back again. That's how much marketing budget we're talking about. Absolutely incredible. And that's why I say in huge, monumentally huge quotes, these people were two of the least successful. They're from the iCanDOur process. Absolutely incredible results there, which are all them. All them. They have done this work. They have turned up. They have taken the actions. They have moved the needle forward, and they have stopped like tire kicking. They have stopped toe dipping. They have stopped like trying to run around doing these 9-to-5 jobs, and they have taken the plunge, and they have said, they have pushed their chests out, and they have broadly put their shoulders back, and they say to themselves, I am a coach. Just like I say to myself and to my team every single day, I am a funnel builder. I love building funnel builders for coaches. I love building funnels. Sorry, I love building funnel builders. I love building funnels for coaches. That's what I do. That's what we love to do every single day. We love to build them for coaches because coaches play at a higher level. These are disciplined, determined, punctual, honest, hardworking people. And if I can persuade them to make the change from their aviation security jobs, like you can even become a TSA coach like Stuart, you can become a life coach. You can become a fully fledged life coach, doing what you love doing every single day, rather than having to do the 9-to-5 grind where you have to wake up at 7 to be at work. Then if you have to stay behind from work, it just takes so much out of you. It's not yours. It could be taken away from you at any moment in time. And it's the same there for all of these coaches there that are tire dipping with 1 client or 3 clients or 5 clients a month. Like, what happens if you lose 50% of them? Then again, there you've got to go and you've got to rely on these magical word of mouth referrals, which may or which may not happen. But compare that for a moment to these funnel systems, to these funnel automation systems, which work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 and a quarter days a year. They never take a break. And what they do is they put in results. They put results. It's the law of numbers. Their marketing is math. Marketing is math. You put these high numbers in at the top there, and what it does is it triages. And this is why I'm offering all of you these 134 leads, up to 134 leads. I don't know how much the social media will return for us, but the harder it works, the more it gets. So the more information that we get from you, from all of you wonderful coaches, the better it will be for all of us. Because you see, what we want to do is we want to build a win-win-win relationship between all of us, so that the funnels are winning, then that means that you're winning. And if you're winning, then what we will do is hopefully have a gentleman's agreement, or an agreement, let's say, there between us, that you will work with us in the near future, okay, to get more and more and more of those results, because that's what it's all about. And that's what we've helped. This is how we helped Jeff, how we helped Catherine, how we helped Professor Christian Farioli, how we helped Kath Roberts and Roz and Rohini, how we helped there, who was it at there was Nihal Patel and Angela Gallagher, and how we helped Prudence McDaniel at the O stage, these incredible opportunities for these parents there to save or to shave thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off their upcoming college education for their teenage kids. Okay. And then after that, at U, we had the unique understanding from the fabulous, the incredible Herman Marigny III and his incredible, unbelievable guarantee. You pay me $600, you don't get the results, I'll give you $600 plus your $600 back. And then you just see the transformational process as those people exit the examination room with their certificate of that they have qualified on their pre-inspection examinations. Absolutely incredible. And then the same for these people there that went through the leadership training. They're from Coca-Cola, from Hampton, from the Hilton, from these leading hotel chains with these fantastic, fantastic leadership coaches, Tanya McCready and Hank DeBruin. Absolutely. These are like real people, real coaches getting real results because they're prepared to turn up and they're prepared to do the work and they're prepared to stop all of this tire kicking and toe dipping. Because believe you me, none of you are ever going to learn how to swim, myself included, unless you take that plunge into the deep end of the pool. Okay, do it with supervision, of course. And this is what we're trying to say. We are here in your corner to try to help you, to make sure that you succeed. Because when you succeed, we succeed. Okay. Now, this is the one there from Christian Farioli. This is in the wrong place, isn't it? It was supposed to be earlier on. But this was, what type of CEO are you? Okay. And, you know, maybe you're a CEO like Gordon Ramsay from Gordon Ramsay Holdings. That's the name of his company. Perhaps you're one like India Noy from PepsiCo. Perhaps you're like Ursula Burns from Xerox. But they're all different types, like, you know, Zuckerberg and Musk. They're the creators. We've got the saviors. We've got the rebels like Ramsey and Co. We've also got Tony Shea from Zappos. We've got Brian Chesky from Airbnb. These are all incredible, incredible, incredible CEOs playing at the top of their game, playing at the top of their game. And this is what we're trying to get across to you. That by doing these things, by putting these systemized processes into the correct order, you can get incredible, you can get fantastic results. But, you know, I'm not saying there for one single solitary second that you may or you may not get the same results as Tanya and Hank and, you know, become the leadership coaches for Coca-Cola, or like Jeff and get a chance to work with incredible people like John Wallace and Clara and Rick Patel. But what I am saying is that you will, if you put in the work, the dial will start to change. And it will start to change from these 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 clients a month. It will start going this way. It will start going exponentially. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're putting in place these automated processes, these semi-automated processes. Remember, we're not detracting any way, shape, or form from these one-to-one clients. You will end up with more of them, but you will end up with a manageable number. But what will happen is that we will make changes to your group coaching programs. We will give you programs, these automated programs like we did for Jeff and his Breakthrough Club, Catherine and her Spark Early Years Management System, Christian and his CDO, his Chief Data Officer, Chief Digital Officer Certification, Management Certification Program. Okay. Like, for example, Nihal and Angela Gallagher and their vehicle delivery coach training program. Okay. And Prudence McDaniel and her budgeting for college program. Their Herman Marigny and his unbelievable CDL mentoring program. Or there are the people there at the end, Hank and Tanya, and their leadership training program, their winter dance leadership training program. Okay. And now this is what you have to have. You see, what we're looking for is we're looking for business partners there, because we believe, you see, in a win-win relationship. And this is what we talked about in the videos with Evan Money, there with David Hall, with Sebastian, with Pauline, with John Dawson, with Pauline George, with all of these fantastic people there that we have spoken to. Okay. And what do you have to do? You have to have a great idea. In other words, you see, like every single coach out there worth their salt has got a fantastic, fantastic idea burning up. You know, maybe it's musical composition, maybe it's curing these phobias of rats, water, or whatever in a single sitting. Maybe it's they're training the people in the aviation security business themselves. Maybe it's there in this career development coaching like Pauline and like Martin Cunningham. Maybe it's there something else. Okay. And you see, what we want you to have is there, we want you to have a willingness to invest in these funnel technologies, so that it's 50% from your side and 50% from our side. Okay, we get all of the funnels, we get all of the email marketing campaigns, we get all of the paid campaigns, the paid advertising campaigns, because that really gives you a lot of traction from the very beginning. We want to get momentum in the earliest possible stages. Now, we've got free ways, of course, to do this too, from the organic ads, etc., from the organic posts, rather, the organic ads, organic posts. And we give you this type of like omnipresent strategy to try to get you some of these badly needed wins in advance, so to speak. Okay. Now, we're looking to start this in August 2023. So just like they're in the last quarter, the quarter before that, the quarters before that, the years before this, we've been doing this for quite a long time now. I've been doing this marketing now for 29 years, but only like over the last couple of years, they're with working specifically with coaches. I just love working with coaches. They're just like on a field. And it's just like there, for example, you see these people every day. You see, for example, the tennis stars like this, the Spanish guy who won Wimbledon, the world #1 now, Carlos. And you see it there in terms of the female tennis, the Polish lady. She's the world #1, Iga Świątek. Her name literally means world. Can you imagine? Iga, I've got the world at my feet. Świątek. And this is what it is. All of these people, of course, you don't even have to ask. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, he's got a coach. He's got a food coach, a nutritionist coach, a fitness coach, a football coach. He's got all types of coaches there. And it's the same there for coaches, for life coaches, business coaches, relationship coaches, wellness coaches. They need to have a coach in terms of these funnels, in terms of these automation systems, in terms of this marketing support for your business, because no person can do it all. No person is an island. You really need these systems in place to give you the unfair advantage, because one thing is damn sure, if you look at all of those successful business coaches, life coaches, wellness coaches, mindset coaches, relationship coaches, the successful ones, success leaves clues. And if you go back further enough, you will see that they have a marketing team and they have marketing funnels. They have marketing funnels in place. So please, please, please do yourself a favor and contact us now. Like what I'm doing, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm giving you my email address and I'm giving you my WhatsApp number. So you can connect with me on WhatsApp. That's a Polish code for the country of Poland. I live over here in Poland in Europe. I'm not from Poland, but I do live here with my significant other. And what we're going to require is at least 90 minutes, preferably 2 times a week. So at least about 180 minutes there of scheduled time per week. After the first few weeks, we can decrease that, but at least there for the first 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, we're going to need at least 90 minutes. Okay. And the qualifications, what you need to be is you need to be a coach. You know, you need to be a business, life, or leadership, or mindset, and NLP. I forgot that word for a moment, that acronym, neuro-linguistic programming, isn't it? And there you have to be one of those ones, but with a business slant. You've got to be willing to invest in yourself. You've got to be willing to at least contemplate to stop all of this 9 to 5 rubbish there that is just draining you. It's draining your family. It's draining your children's relationship with you. And let's get you to do a job. Let's build you up slowly, slowly, slowly. Let's stabilize and optimize every single block, every single process there, so that what we get you to do is we get you to the special place where you can eventually turn around to your employer and say, look, you know, I've got a business, an online business, a side hustle that now I want to become my main hustle, because what I love is I love being a super person. Yeah, and I've got a superpower, and my superpower is music composition, phobia of rats, training people in the TSA, training their people in relationship management, like bringing them to a marriage of greatness, to a men of greatness. They're bringing them to clinical trials, all of these things, stem cell research, all of these amazing things there that I work with all of you coaches, healthcare professionals, all of those ones. Okay. And you have to be earning at least $50,000 to $100,000 plus. Now I put in the plus because somebody came back to me and says, Paul, there I'm earning $100,000 plus. Can I be eligible for your program? Yes, you can. Okay. Now, if you're only earning 40,000 or whatever, I will, of course, I won't refuse you. I will talk to you. I'll have like a meeting with you, and I'll try to think there how we could quickly and easily get you from 40,000 a year up to 50,000 a year, because that is decent. That's nice. That's a nice salary from your coaching business. Okay. And what we want you to have is ideally minimum 2 years, 2.5 years coaching experience. Okay. Because from our experience, the people that have less than this don't really have a large enough following. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to sow seeds of love with your existing audience first. We want to find out, you know, how great of a coach you are, to make sure that you will be a great fit for working, for coming in and becoming part of this community-centered course creation program. Okay. Because community is at the heart of this. We want to be sure that you're going to be an active team player. Okay. Because we get rid of all of those people who do not want to engage with us, who just want to suck the milk of human kindness, and afterwards then we're not like really out for those types of people. We want to work with great coaches, phenomenal coaches, like what I've just shown you, Jeff, Tanya, Catherine, Professor Christian, all of those people. And we want to work with people that are genuinely interested in scaling their coaching business. Okay. So if you're genuinely interested in scaling your coaching business and in stopping trading your time for dollars, especially in those 9 to 5 jobs, which are just killing you, you know, you're just working there for the man or for the woman, and it's not really yours. You know, you do not want to leave this back as a legacy. Oh, I spent 40 years of my life working in a government job in one of these offices. That would not be a good idea. Because, you know, what do you get to leave behind for your partners, for your spouses, for your children? Absolutely nothing. You know, they're not going to, perhaps they may, but probably they won't hire one of your children. Yeah. But whereas if you've got a legacy there to leave behind, like, for example, something like this iCanDOur, if you've got the equivalent, then you can imagine there you've got this process. Maybe it's called processional effect. Maybe it's called spark early years. Maybe it's called ESD. Maybe it's called, ACE vehicle delivery coaching. Maybe it's called something else. Yeah. But whatever it is, make it yours. Make it belong to you. Okay. So if you've got what it takes, you know, please contact us. You can be fluent in English. You can be fluent in French, Spanish, or Polish. It's great for us to work with these people because we can speak those languages, or let's say we can attempt to speak those languages. Russian, we will be adding very, 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 very soon. Very soon. Okay. And you will soon probably see why. There I'm talking about that lady on the screen that you're seeing at the moment. And but make sure that you've got a great idea, like for a course, for a program, for a mastermind, for a challenge, for a retreat, perhaps a luxury retreat. Perhaps you're a speaker, perhaps you're an author, perhaps you're a podcast host, perhaps you're a luxury retreats provider already. Okay. And you're genuinely interested in scaling your business. Now, these are the type of people there that we want to meet. Okay. Now, if you are one of these people, what we want you to do is we want you to contact us now. And then what we'll do is we'll send you out a short little questionnaire of about 5 multiple choice questions, and it'll take you about a time investment of 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds to fill in. We would like you to fill it in, and then what we'll do is we'll send you off our calendar link, okay? And then you'll book in a time, it'll be on Zoom, and then what we'll do is we'll have a meeting there together, 17.5 minutes. And regardless of whether or not we work together, what we will do is we'll give you all a 3 to 5 stage next step action plan for you and for your business, okay? So this will be yours free to take away. Plus it'll include things like the iCanDOur roadmap. It'll include things like this video messaging and what you can do to get yourself to the top of Google. Your message, your message on the right medium, on the best medium, there, in my opinion. Well, not in my, and only in my opinion, but in the opinion of many, many, many millions of others who are also doing this, okay? In terms of marketing their business. Because remember, you post something on LinkedIn, once it falls off, it falls down the feed forever. If you post something on YouTube, it goes exponentially. Maybe from one view, you know, from your mother on the first day or your father, but then maybe on day number 2, then you get your father, your grandparents, your, I don't know, your wife, your children involved. And then after that, then it just goes bump, 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 bump. Okay, like that. So just think about it really, really, really carefully. And if you are interested, then let's just have a free, no obligation strategy session. It's what we call a voyage of discovery session, okay? And let us open your mind, let us blow your mind with some of these possibilities, just like all of these brave people who have gone there before you. They've bought the t-shirt, they've bought the funnels, they've implemented the funnels, and they've got the results, okay? And that's what we want to do for you. So if you do have what it takes, you know, please, please, please contact us now. We'd love to hear from you. Okay. So this is me. My name is Paul, PG Mac, Macyon, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. It's me saying peace out, bye for now, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.